Morning I have explained that we are having total wastewater, total wastewater into the characteristics will be divided into three types. Okay, characteristics divided into three types. That physical characteristics, chemical characteristics, and biological characteristics. This already morning I given a flow chart. Okay, just a second. Okay, now 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 chemical characteristics of water. Chemical characteristics of wastewater. Okay, wastewater. In this, first this will be divided into first one is total solid. Okay, first one is total solid. Second one is suspended solid. Suspended solid. Second one is suspended solid. And third one is settlable solid. Settlable solid. Last one is non-settlable non-settlable solid. Okay. Chemical characteristics are divided into four parts. This first one is total solids, second one is suspended solids, third one is settlable solids, and fourth one is and last one is non-settlable solids. This now we will discuss about first characteristic, that is total solids. Okay, total solids again divided into two types. Again divided into two types. First one is volatile solid. Volatile solid. Second one is fixed solid. Fixed solid. Okay. First, what is total chemical characters are divided into four parts. First one is total solid. Second one is suspended solids. Third one is settlable solids. Fourth one is non-settlable solids. Again, these total solids are divided into two parts. First one is volatile solids. Second one is fixed solids. Okay, volatile solids. And second one is fixed solids. In volatile solids, we are having some example, that is fat and protein. Fats and protein. Protein. And these fixed solids are inorganic matter. Fixed solids are inorganic matter, and we are having some example, that sand, gravel, okay, gravel, and glass particles. Glass particles. Okay, this you have to remember. The total chemical characteristics of water, wastewater, are divided into four parts. First one is total solid, second one is suspended solid, third one is settlable solid, fourth one is non-settlable solid. This will, if we discuss about total solids, the total solids are divided into two parts. First one volatile solids, and second one is fixed solids. This they are called volatile solids are in the form of fat and in the form of protein, and fixed solids in the form of inorganic matter, in the form of inorganic matter, and that some examples are sand, glass particles, and gravel. This is a inorganic matter present in the wastewater. Okay, present in the wastewater. This is now we can simply say that if volatile solids are not inorganic matter. Then what is the other term we are using? That is organic matter. Okay, organic matter. Okay, these volatile solids are organic matter presence in the water samples, and fixed solids are the inorganic matter present in the total solids. This we can divide it based on their performance and based on their functioning. Okay. Now this this now we can find out there is a relation between volatile solids and fixed solids. Volatile solids are how we can find out this. We are having first what morning I told that we can take some sample, and we are placing the sample into container. We are placing sample into container, and we are heating that water. Heating what? Water for 3 to 4 hours with a temperature of 103 degrees centigrade to 105 degrees centigrade, with a temperature of 103 degrees centigrade to 103 103 degrees centigrade to 105 degrees centigrade. After that, we'll get some residue. Okay, we'll get some residue in the container. That weight of residue is known as volatile solid. Okay, volatile solid. Again, what we are doing? Again, we are going to apply boiling, for this weight of residue. Even if we are applying 103 degrees centigrade, again we are applying this boiling again, which is retained after 103 degrees to 105 degrees in the 3 to 4, that is known as volatile solids. And again we are heating, again we are after evaporation we'll get some weight. That weight is known as fixed solid. Now from that equation, from that relation, we'll get one formula, that total solids minus fixed solids is equal volatile solids. Okay, this how we get this relation. Total solids, what we are getting. Fixed solid means this fixed solids after weight of residue from the from the this one from the container, which are retained after boiling. After boiling, that is known as total solids minus fixed solids is equal volatile solids. This is indicates how wastewater are oxidization. How wastewater or water is oxidation. Oxidation means we are supplying oxygen to remove this organic matter which are present in the waste water, but is known as oxidation. From this we can know the relation that total solid minus fixed solids is equal volatile solids. This is only about total solids. Oh, okay, and this is only about total solids. The total solids are divided into two parts. First one is volatile solids. Second one is mixed solids. Volatile solids. What are the examples? First one is fat, and second one is protein. And for fixed solids, inorganic matter like sand, gravel, glass particles. Okay, and we'll get how we are going to get this particle. We are taking some water sample which is having a suspended particle, and which are in the top surface of the water, and same we are going to we are going to place the water in the container, and we are going to heat 103 degrees centigrade to 105 degrees centigrade for 3 to 4 hours. After that, we'll get some residue, that is known as fixed solid. Here, already we are having total solid, but that's the first sample. And that first sample minus fixed solids is equal volatile solids. This is the relation between volatile solids and fixed volatile solids and fixed solids, and from this uh, we have completed our first part. Next one, next one in suspended solid, it's microorganic matter. Next one, what is total after total solids? Next one is suspended solid. Okay, next one is suspended solid. Suspended solid. In suspended solid, we are having two types. We are having two things. First one is settlable solid. Settlable solid. And second one is non-settlable non-settlable solid. Okay, non-settlable solid, non-settlable solid. The suspended particle, suspended matter, which is having 1 micro matter, and we can know it by some lab filter. Will identify that will identify suspended solid by some lab filters performing lab filters. Okay, now suspended now now what this settlable solids we can know by enough cone in of cone. Okay, this is the instrument that enough cone means, like we are having this enough cone, and we are placing water. Okay, water sample up to this. Okay, up to this, and this some residue, and we are applying some residue dry wastage, dry thing. Okay, this will be evaporated. This will be evaporated after boiling. After boiling, this conical shape is known as enough cone, in of cone, and this will be evaporated after 2 hours. After 2 hours, that sample someone is evaporated, and after that dry thing will be settled. This known as settlable solid. This known as settlable solid. Here again I am repeating, the suspended solids are divided into two parts. First one is settlable solid. Second one is non-settlable solid. First one is settlable solids can be suspended solids can be identified or can be determined by using some lab filters, and suspended settlable solids we can identify and we can calculate by using enough cone. Enough cone means it is a conical shape container we are placing water sample into the conical container, and we are applying some boiling, and it will be evaporated after 2 hours. What are the residue which is in bottom position of the cone is known as settlable solid. Is known as settlable waste. This dry wastage is known as settlable solid. Settlable solid. Now we are having this total suspended total settlable solids we know. Okay, total settlable solids we know, and total suspended solids we know. This total suspended solids minus settlable solids is equal total suspended solids minus settlable solids is equal non-settlable solid. Okay, non-settlable. Now here one more relation, that non-settlable solids is equal total settlable solids minus only settlable solids. This is equal total, and this is equal settlable, and this is equal solid, and this is equal settlable total suspended solid. This settlable solid. Okay. Now this one is non-settlable solid. Non-settlable solids is equal total suspended solids minus settlable solids. This is the relation equation. We can know the can can know the suspended particles, suspended solids which are present in the water, which are present in the water. Next, okay, and and one more thing, that is other thing, other in the other thing which are present in the suspended solids, which are suspended with the suspended solids, is colloidal matter. Colloidal matter present in the suspended solids cannot filter out, which cannot filter out, which cannot filter out, this because the size of colloidal matter, the size of colloidal matter is 1 ml to 1 microgram. That is very big, which cannot be removal, which cannot be removal, and the size will be 1 ml minus 1 ml to 1 microgram. Okay, for this, and for this, what we are doing, coagulation and coagulation and sedimentation. Coagulation and sedimentation to be done to remove this size, this colloidal matter which is present in the waste water, which is present in the waste water. Now what you learn? Chemical composition, chemical characteristics of water is the chemical characteristics of water. First one is suspended total solids. First one is total solids. Second one is suspended solids. Total solids divided into volatile solids, fixed solids. Okay, fixed solids. Suspended solids divided into how many times? How many types? Two types: settlable and non-settlable solids. Settlable and non-settlable solids. And which is not removed by these two, it can be done by coagulation and sedimentation. Coagulation and sedimentation. This is all about total solids and suspended solids. Now, next thing, pH. What is the pH? What is the pH? What is the exact? What is the exact definition of pH? Is equal logarithm of reciprocal of hydrogen ion concentration in the sewage. Okay, this is the definition. What is the definition of pH? Logarithm of reciprocal of hydrogen ion present on ion concentration in the sewage. It is known as pH. pH, if a pH is be alkaline, pH will be alkaline only when it ranges 7.2 to 7.5. Then only we will call as alkaline matter. Based on the wastewater can be identified based on pH. What is the pH? Logarithm and reciprocal of hydrogen ion concentration in the sewage. Okay, pH will be alkaline when the value of pH is 7.2 to 7.5. Okay, 7.2 to 7.5. Then due to production of acids, okay, due to production of acids, what will happen? pH will be decreased. pH will be decreased. Due to production of gases means what is the next thing? Opposite thing, that acids will be increases. If acid will be increases, then pH of wastewater will be decreases. If acids will be decreases, pH of water will be increases. This is a phenomena you have to find. So from that, alkaline, if we know to alkaline, then value of 7.2 to 7.5. If more than 7.5, it will be acid. Then from this, pH will be increases, pH will be decreases. What about that acid content presence in the water will be increases. If pH will be increases, then what about concentration of acid will be decreases. This you have to remember. And from this, suppose pH, if pH will be lesser than 7, or pH will be more than 7, you just know that this water came from this water came from industries. Water came from industries. This water came from industry. Okay, wastewater consists from the industry. When this, if pH will be more than 7, if pH is less than 7, then you have to know that water came from the industry. Water came from the wastewater. From the pH only we can find out. Okay, and from this decomposition is takes place. Okay, decomposition is takes place in the water. Decomposition takes place in the water. Next one, chlorides. Okay, these are very important for our subject. Chlorides will be formed due to the reason. First reason will be domestic. Okay, domestic means, first whatever we can expect that domestic means first one only kitchen. Okay, first one only this sources of wastewater, the wastage source of wastage. This domestic from first source is domestic. If we domestic only, we can expect that it will come from the kitchen. And apart from this, next one is human excreta, urine. Okay, this is the wastage we can expect from the domestic. Okay, next one. And what about this concentration of chlorides? 120 mg per liter, which are very big, and which are very big. Okay, normal concentration is 120 mg, and which are very less. Then we cannot, that chlorides will be formed. Okay, chlorides will be formed. Next, this is from domestic. Next one, industrial. Industry. Industries means first source of industry is ice cream plant. Okay, ice cream plant. Next one is meat salting. Which salt. Okay, chloride means salt only. Which salt will consume, where salt consume more. Where salt consume more, there is a chance to form the chloride. Chlorides will be formed due to two things. First one, domestic. Okay, first one is domestic. Second one is industry. Industry. Domestic means from kitchen or human excreta, urine. Industries means ice cream plants, meat, salt. Okay, this. Okay, and next one is infiltration galleries also. Infiltration gallery means sea water, which are having more salt content, more salt content, and which are from ground water. Okay, this is the chloride. And next thing is, next one is nitrogen. Next is nitrogen. Okay, nitrogen, and present on these only major compounds are ammonia, organic nitrate. Okay, the sources of ammonia will be fresh phase stage, water in decent, first one. Okay, next organic matter, first one is nitrate and nitrate. This is partially decomposed. This completely decomposed. Nitrate will be converted into this. Okay, now if you are knowing that, okay, if you know that nitrate, okay, nitrate nitrates will be formed due to fat, grease, oil. Okay, fat. How you fat will form? Chicken waste. Again, chicken waste. How it will form? We are using oil. Okay, the oil, seeds. Okay, nuts like this. Peanuts. From this, fat will be formed. Next one will be grease. Grease and oil. This grease where we can extract grease and oil. This will be from garage. Okay, this motor industry. Garage, from workshop where motor system is very high. And third and last one is factory. Okay, motor vehicle. From these are the sources of fun. We are chloride and nitrate. Okay, these are all about chemical characteristics of water. Chemical characteristics of water. This I'll repeat once. Total solids. Okay, as per total solids, suspended solids. Okay, after this chloride, and after this nitrates. Okay, this volatile solids, mixed solids, suspended, settlable solids, non-settlable solids. Chloride will be up in between this. It is already discussed, and tomorrow we'll see biological facts of waste. Okay, thank you.